The first question today is from Jason Kersey of The Athletic, and then we'll go to Joe Bettner. Jason?
Hey, Justin, this may be a
Jess, can
little
you hear
off.
me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Can
All
you hear
right.
me?
Yeah, I just want to start us off and say God be the glory. That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's it. There we go.
Well, hey, thank you so much for your time, man. I wanted to ask you about your mom. I know that may be a little off the wall, but your mom kind of seems like she's become like a team mom for a lot of the guys that aren't from Oklahoma. And I'm just wondering if you could talk about how that developed, how she sort of became that person for so many people.
I'm an in-state kid, so my mom. I come from a pretty big family. I come from a family-oriented family, So my mom taking on other kids, as I was growing up, it wasn't something she would shy away from. So, once I got to college, it was no big deal for us to come down on Easter or Thanksgiving or whenever we're having a dinner and host a couple of my teammates. So,
Thanks, Justin.
yes, sir.
Okay, Joe Bettner, Norman Transcript, and then Eric Bailey.
Hey, Justin. I believe it was Lincoln that was talking. You've been playing probably more consistently than you've had since you've showed up to OU this spring. What's changed for you, or what's maybe clicking for you that's allowing you to have such a good spring ball?
I mean, just understanding the mental aspect of the game, not so much understanding the playbook, the scheme, or what we're doing, or what the actual mental side of the game, the understanding of process, the understanding of how to be present in the moment, the understanding of how to get into a flow state. You know what I'm saying? Understanding how to stop, how to cut off all thinking and enhance all trusting. So I wouldn't say it's anything more than just that. You know what I'm saying? I've always been physically gifted, talented. You know what I'm saying? I always had the work ethic. You know what I mean? But I felt like the one thing that just kept holding me back was myself, and I had to figure out how could I unlock all of that. And simply by doing the mental training and the mental preparation and the mental rehearsal, the sports psychology side of the game, that allowed me to take my game to another level, because that allowed me to unlock all the attributes and everything that I had stored up. It allowed me to unlock all of that and take my game ultimately to another level. So
Appreciate you, Justin.
yes,
Eric Bailey, Tulsa World, and then Ryan Aber.
Hey, Justin, what's it like being one of the older guys on this team now? Is there almost a special fraternity for the older seniors that continued their careers, came back and such?
I don't really consider myself an older guy. I know that on paper I'm an older guy, but I just still kind of take it day by day. And then as I look back, and, oh, dang, I am in fifth year. But you know what I'm saying? I really don't see it like there's no fraternity, because everything is family oriented, So it's not like the older guys, you know what I'm saying? We got something special. I mean, of course, it's a different standard. We're held to a higher standard, but when you come to OU, that's just what it is. Older guy, younger guy, you want to be held to a higher standard. So there's really no like click. I'm guessing whatever you want to kind of look for. You know what I'm saying? There's really none of that, and to me, it doesn't feel I don't feel a certain way about being an older guy. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, it's all family oriented. So
thanks, Justin. Have a good week. Okay.
You do the same.
Ryan Aber, the Oklahoman, and then Mason Young.
Yeah, Justin, sort of going away from football just a bit. We saw you last summer be one of the guys who was sort of front and center with everything that was happening. After George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery, things like that. How have you continued that work since then, and just how do you feel like things have gone, just period in this country as it relates to that since last summer?
Nah, man, if I could be completely honest with you, I really haven't been too dialed into, things that's going on outside this kind of facility, you know what I'm saying? And not so much in a bad way, but just in more of a focused way, you know what I'm saying? Understanding that I need to have all my energy and all my focus here right now, because this is the steak and potatoes of the dinner serving, you know what I'm saying? And understanding that football is ultimately what I came here to do. Not saying that I can't participate in any of those things, but I understand that in order for me to reach my best here, and in order for me to continue to have a great platform, I have to continue to improve daily. I have to continue to make plays. I have to continue to work out. I have to continue to do all of that. So when I go and when I step outside and when it is time for me to go do another public speak or just wherever anything socially and justice wise, if I now have some credibility to my name, I can stand up there and they can, they can look at me as a figure like, oh, that's Justin Broiles. That's the guy at OU. He's the one, you know what I'm saying? And so right now, really, like my focus is, all my energy is dialed in towards the game right now. Like in like last summer, all my energy at that time was dialed in. How can we make it a better world for us? You know what I'm saying? Like that's where my energy was dictated at that point in time. And so now just kind of my energy has shifted. And once I feel like spring ball is over, then I'll be able to dive my head back into some more of that and read back into some more of those things. But as of right now, my head is just kind of head down football all the way.
Appreciate it, Justin.
Yes, sir.
Mason Young, OU Daily, and then Kerry Murdoch.
Yeah, Justin, I was kind of curious with Pat Fields not being on the field this spring with what he's dealing with, just how has that challenged you and other guys in the secondary from a leadership perspective to just continue to show leadership in his absence on the field?
You say, how has it challenged me? I mean, to be honest, I don't think it's challenged me at all, because I've always I don't want to say I consider myself a natural born leader, but it's just all the experiences and all the things that I've went through, it's kind of cultivated me and made me that way. So I wouldn't kind of say I'm a natural born leader, but leadership has always kind of just been my deal, or something I don't run to, but something that just kind of, because of the person I am, just kind of chases me. And so, with Pat going down, with guys like me in trouble, it really wasn't no drop off, because before, even when Pat was here, there was still leaders in that room, you know what I'm saying? And so when he went down, everybody was still just on the court, it really wasn't no drop off, or we got to step up, we got to do X, Y, Z. It was just everybody, let's just continue to be ourselves, let's continue to lead the way we lead, however you may lead. Like, I know I'm a vocal guy, and at times I could be just a dialed in, watch me work and just follow, you know what I'm saying? And so it really, I wouldn't say it's so much of a challenge, it's more just not even so much next man up, just really, you know what I'm saying? We just continue, like the train just keep on rolling, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go to Kerry Murdoch with Sooner Scoop, and then James Hale.
By the way, Justin, I would say your mom also keeps us in line on social media too. I got a face palm emoji from her one time, and I felt like the smallest guy in the world. So I think we're good though. I wanted to ask you. I mean, you've been here, you've seen this defense kind of develop that takeaway mentality, and then you lose Trey Norwood, you lose Trey Brown. What's it been like? Trying to continue that tradition, here in spring camp and finding those guys to be playmakers like they were.
See, you know what I'm saying? You kind of just hit the nail on the coffin. You really kind of answered your question with your question when you said playmakers mentality. You know what I'm saying? It's not a player. It's not certain guys can do certain things. It's a mentality. You know what I'm saying? How do you want to play the game? Like, are you a playmaker? You know what I'm saying? Like, we look at, like, one thing I continue to do, like, I look at the greats and understand that they weren't born that way. You know what I'm saying? There was a mentality that they carried. And, with Trey Brown and T. Wood leaving, kind of threw a wrench in the puzzle. But at the end of the day, man, the next guy's got to step up, and the next guy, you got to have a playmaker's mentality. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's not so much that I don't know if I can. Like, now you're at the University of Oklahoma for a reason, and so we need you to cultivate the mentality of a playmaker. You know what I'm saying? Because before you can do anything, it starts in the mind. And so honing that, like you say, that playmaker's mentality, and giving off that playmaker vibe, you have to succumb to it, you know what I mean? And so that's kind of how I feel on that, man. It's all a mentality. Do you see yourself as a playmaker? Yes or no? You know what I mean? And we just try to incorporate it and instill that in the young ones, just kind of like with the language and the verbiage and how they see things. And you know what I'm saying? When they watching stuff, like, don't watch it from a victim perspective, watch it from the playmaker's perspective. Like, oh, he could have made that play better. Not, oh, he shouldn't have got beat like that. No, he could have done this better to make a play. You know what I'm saying? Just different kind of ways to play tricks on the mentality, on your mind, just to cultivate that mentality, that playmaker's mentality.
Appreciate it, Justin.
Yes, sir.
James Hale with KREF, and then Brandon Drum.
Justin, nice to see you, man, and talk to you
Likewise.
again. Hey, man, you played a lot of football here already. You've made a lot of big plays already. And I'm curious how things are going for you this spring, where they're playing you, because you played everywhere. So where are you concentrated at? Where are you playing, and how's it going this spring?
Right now, they just got me playing at free safety right now, and I feel like it's going pretty good. You know, I'm not one of the guys that I got a standard for excellence. You know, so when I look at elite defensive back play, I look at Ed Reeves, the Brian Dawkins, the Jamal. That I look at the
Right.
top standard. You know, so
Yep.
to the coaches, it may be, he's playing great, he's playing good, but to my standard, I see a Hall of Fame. I want a Hall of Fame standard, so I can measure myself up to the best. Understanding that even if I don't quite get that, I'll still fall a couple shorts less because I aimed and I reached for that. And so I just feel like I still got a long ways to go. Like I still can take my game to a completely other level. But right now, it just got me focused at free safety, and that's where all my energy and my attention is.
Good luck, man.
Appreciate it.
Brandon Drum with OU Insider, and then John Hoover.
Hey, Justin, how you doing, man?
How you doing? Kids good?
Yeah, so let me ask you, you're an Oklahoma kid, and you played obviously a bunch of positions at OU. How do you go about, you talked about being a leader. How do you go about helping these young guys? Because you guys are pretty young in the secondary. And do you find yourself leading differently with each individual, like trying to find that little niche that kind of gets those?
Yeah. The way I go about helping the younger ones out, you know, is not so much more from like a physical or I try to reach them through their mentality, because you know what I'm saying, like I said before, like everything you want to do it all starts in the mind. Like if you don't believe you can do it, you're not gonna do it. Like if you don't see yourself as a playmaker, if you don't see yourself rightfully being here, like, so that's the way I try to cultivate and lead, like just through the power of the mind, just cultivating that sense of belief in the young ones. You know what I'm saying? And I've been a victim to it. Like I can lift, I can work as hard as I want to, but if I don't ever believe in that technique, if I don't ever have the confidence and the trust in myself to go out there and apply it, I'm really wasting time. You know what I'm saying? And so like that's one of the ways that I kind of try to lead is just through the mind. You know what I'm saying? Just inspiring, you know what I'm saying, uplifting. And you know, and like you say, of course, each person is different. So you got to understand what motivates what motivates each person, like while they're doing this. Is it intrinsic? Is it external? Like what's your reason for doing this? And then I'll cultivate like a strategy, you know what I'm saying? Not even so much a strategy. I'll know how to be able to talk to you and understand how can I poke the bear for you to turn up, or how can I get you to calm down? Or if you're in the moment, like in your stress and your panic, what words of affirmation can I say to you at this very moment that'll put you back in the moment and center you back down? You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I get how I do it.
Thanks, Justin.
Yes, sir.
John Hoover with SI Sooners, and then Josh Calloway.
Hey, Justin, thanks for doing this. I know you said you don't see yourself necessarily as an older guy, but you have been here 5 years. I want to take you back to your freshman year. This is a little unorthodox, but bear with me. Stephen Parker, Jordan Parker, Will Johnson, Trey Norwood, Khalil Houghton, Robert Barnes, Chance Selvey, Trey Brown, Jordan Thomas, Parnell Motley, and yourself. That was your freshman year, the DBs.
Mm-hmm.
Now project on to 2021. How's this defensive back class? How's this year's defensive back class changed, evolved, improved? What's different about this year?
Just the mentality, you know what I'm saying? Just the grit and the want to, you know what I mean? Because skill wise, I mean, we're as skilled as we've ever been back here in this secondary, you know what I'm saying? But even when I got here, like the mentality wasn't quite what I thought it should be, you know what I'm saying? We were kind of okay. We were kind of okay with just being okay, you know what I'm saying? And I don't feel that from this group. I feel a group of guys who really want to be the best, like not second to the, not third. I feel a group of guys who want to be the best. And, you know, that's the biggest difference. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we're going to achieve a lot more just be simply off the mentality that we want to be the best. Because now with that mentality, there are certain things that we don't allow anymore that we used to allow. Like there's a certain standard of excellence that we hold each other to day in, day out that wasn't here before. There's a standard of excellence that our coach holds us to. And our coach holds us to that wasn't here before. You know what I'm saying? Not to bash anybody or anything like that, but that's just how it is now. It's a standard. You know what I'm saying? It's a level of it's a level that we all want to attain, that we all want to reach, and that we all know we can reach. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have a DB go first round since Andre Warfolk, and that was in 03. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know for other guys, but that's a chip on my shoulder, you know what I'm saying? And I try to let that chip spark and motivate the whole unit, you know what I'm saying? And understanding that, yo, it's possible that we can do this. And so I feel like that is just the difference, you know what I'm saying? Just the mentality, the grit, and the want to, you know what I'm saying? So
Good stuff. Thank you, Justin.
yes, sir.
Justin, one more. We'll go to Josh Callaway with Sooners Wire.
Justin, I just want to ask about one of your teammates, just Key Lawrence, just what he brings over from Tennessee, what kind of addition he is. Just it seems like an interesting, add for you guys. Just what have you seen from him and how big he could be for you guys?
I mean, one thing I see that Keyshawn Lawrence brings to our team is a grit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still working to get him to bring that grit out every play, but when Key wants to turn it up and lock in, he can do that. And when he does that, he's one of the best players on the team. And so that's the biggest thing, you know what I'm saying? With me being an older guy, I can look down on him and see that, man, like once he decides to pull that grit out and once we get him to pull it out every single play, and that's just who he is, man, he gonna be special. So that's just kind of one of the biggest things I see. When I say grit, I mean just his mentality, the way he plays the game, violent, you know what I'm saying, his confidence in his play. Like once we get him to bring that out every single down, every single play, every minute of the game, practice, workouts, like whatever it is, he gonna be special.